What's going on, party people? It is your boy, Coop. We got to talk about a few things, okay? Thing number one, the progression system. Thing number two, there has to be a retarded individual working at Bungie who spends all of his days making retarded decisions about retarded things. For example, him saying, hey, let's have milestones. We'll put this in the game, and that'll mean if you're a solo player, you only have 4 things that you can do, whichever ones I pick for them. God forbid they do their own thing. And that's the only way they can rank up. And if you're a regular player, let's also give them milestones. If you just want to play with teams and stuff, you're stuck to the same milestones. So you're just not going to do any of the shit they have put in the game because there's no reason to. Heroic strikes, they fixed those. They made those bigger, stronger, faster. And that's awesome, right? But really, you start getting into them and you realize this is just a hot girl that's kind of just leading you on. Okay? If you're not into girls, whatever, switch the thing up. If you are a girl, so you can. The roles can be reversed, people. Quit being so offended. My point is, it's a bunch of foreplay. You're never getting to the goal here, guys. The point is, it's really hard, but there's no loot at the end of that tunnel. And that's a problem. That's a problem. Who thought that was a good idea? I see there was one smart person there who's like, let's start making this harder, guys. They need a challenge. And they're like, yeah, Bob, we do need a challenge. And then the retarded guy came in. He's like, hey, and let's not give any loot for it. And they're like, oh, all right. He is the owner's son, so I guess we have to. Luke Smith. I'm just kidding. Luke Smith seems like a perfectly fine person. Taken King was pretty good. Anyways, so my point is, you gotta throw some loot. I'm not asking for guaranteed high-level stuff every time. Just give us RNG, which is already in games, right? Eververse has RNG. Why can't the rest of the damn game make it like a 10% chance on Heroics to drop some high-level gear, some powerful gear, your level light gear that you can put a mod on and rank yourself up a little bit. On, let's say, public events, make that like a 5% chance. Make patrols like a 1% chance. Make everything in the game have potential to rank up so that you can do the things you want to do. It may take longer doing it your way, time investment wise, but if someone wants to spend the weekend grinding heroic strikes, they should be able to do that. Or else, why the hell are they in the game? Just for a weekly milestone? You run them, you got 30 minutes, you run all 3 of them, that's all, that's the only time you pick up the game? That is stupid. That is, my God, that's dumb. And it's more retarded that I can go into a raid and get more loot, boom, doing one raid in less time than all these other guys who just are trying to finish their 4 milestones that Bungie picked out for them. Oh, I got a problem with that, guys. I got a problem with it. So, I think this can be fixed fairly easily. And it's funny because there's a bunch of other videos, it seems like, on this same subject. So it seems like we're kind of all on the same page as far as what we're all kind of starting to feel once we get a little bit into warmind. I was kind of curious how this was going to feel, if they were going to change anything about it. But it seems like they made it take longer to... And like, why is Hawthorne there, dude? She's just like the creepy bird lady, just sitting there with their birds and her trash Ingrams, because you don't get any high-level Ingrams from Hawthorne anymore, dude. No sorry, Bob, dude. That's like, she looks really hot from a distance, and then you get up and you're like, oh, you got a oh my God, there's a mustache on your face. Not so hot once you get up there. 100% no. Her Ingrams drop at 45. Why? Why even have her there if they're gonna do that? I can turn in 3 of my Dingleberry Chuck E. Cheese tokens over to Zavala, right? I mean, seriously, you gotta think about this. You get all these stupid tokens for doing your strike and a bunch of blues. You immediately dismantle the blues because they're 10 light levels below your thing. Then you go turn in your tokens to Zavala, and that's a legendary that doesn't matter at all because it's 10 light levels below your deal. He needs to take those tokens and stick them right up where the sun don't shine. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm not allowed in Chuck E. Cheese anymore. We don't have to talk about that, though. My point is, guys, there's so much potential because, like I said, Destiny 2 is a fine girl. Or dude, whatever you're into. They're fine. They're a fine person, okay? But you're not getting any loot from them. And that foreplay is going to get old after a while. And it's already getting old. If they weren't so fine, we probably already would have been done with this. Like, okay, I've tried this before. It only gets so far here. Anyways, maybe that's a terrible example. I'm sure I've offended like 4 people. There's like 12 kids on here who are like super confused. Like, Mom, what's he talking about? Come back when you're 18. Come check out the channel. Anyways, guys, I just have a few problems with this. I would like to know what y'all think about this. Like, what ideas do y'all have for how to fix this progression system? I just feel like adding RNG to the game. I don't think every single encounter on the raid needs to drop something. I don't. I mean, it should have an RNG chance to, so that you have a reason to do it. 20% chance for the raid. The raid should be the highest percent chance for that. Okay? You can even have a guaranteed drop the first time, for some of these events. Like, you can have the milestones, and after you do them, your RNG comes in, 1% for patrols, 2% for public events, 5% for heroics, whatever, 10% for nightfall level, 15% for prestige, and 20% for raid encounters, except for the boss. And the raid boss you get a guaranteed drop on or something like that. That makes perfect sense to me, and I don't understand how no one at Bungie can figure out that being a good system that incentivizes people to stay on the game, to grind. But I understand what they're doing. They're saying, well, they're going to reach the light cap too fast. Okay, but why is that a problem? It's a problem because you don't have strike-specific loot for them to grind for, and you don't have random rolls. So after they get a gun, there's no reason to try to get that gun again. They're not going to get a better roll on it. It's just trash. So that means there's a couple specific guns that everyone is using because there are no options within that archetype of weapon, if that makes sense. If everything is exactly the same, then the one scout rifle is just going to be better than all the rest of them. That's it. There's nothing else to even talk about there. That one pulse rifle is just going to be good than all the other ones within its archetype, right? So every other one in that archetype gets deleted because there are no random rolls, so you're not going to get one that has like full auto, firefly, whatever. Those are the only 2 things I could think of. Anyways, guys, I feel like this could be addressed. I'm really curious to see how you guys feel about this because I think we could come up with some pretty good ideas. I'm hoping that they actually listen to people at the Players Summit, even though my general feeling is that Players Summit was more just, a schmooze summit. But I think they are making changes, don't get me wrong, in a positive way. I'm playing the game right now 100%. It's not like I'm over here like just hating on it or anything, but I feel like progression is a big deal, and it's tied directly into these stupid, Chuck E. Cheese tokens that we're getting, and it's tied directly into the fact that we have no random rolls, so they have to slow progression because we don't have shit to grind for, and they got to put that back, and they got to do that fast. But on a positive note, guys, we are getting another update this month, man, and that's kind of awesome because that is a sign that we are moving in a positive, like not like HIV positive. That's a negative positive. I'm talking about like positive, like I'm positive this is cool. A positive direction. God, I can't stop with the rabbit tails, dude. I got ADHD. 100% chance I got ADHD. Anyways, this means we're moving into a positive direction with this game, and I'm really excited about the fact that, on the 8th we have the expansion, and then on the 28th, so a couple weeks later, they start dropping updates for us. We got this cool summer event coming, and I'm going to be covering, guys, this next expansion that's coming out, the Comet, in September. I got some ideas what this may be about, and there have been some artwork, official, and even some leak stuff that we got to get into because it's looking like it's going to be pretty sexy. 100% pretty sexy. Anyways, guys, this has been all. That's what I said. Anyways, guys, that is all. I will catch y'all later. Peace.